Live, guys. Okay, 3, 2, 1, live.
All right, we're looking to start our watch party. So let's see. So I'm looking under Kelvin Barrett.
So we're live, guys. So
well, Kelvin, I will try to find your Facebook page. Is it under your name, Kelvin Barrett?
it's on the. I'll tell you exactly what
the
the Facebook
EXP
handle.
Realty one.
Yeah, it's Kelvin Expert Advisor is what it's called. And we're there. Hey guys, if you're joining us today, we just want to invite you to a time of agents collaborating with agents. Today's Q&A session will be on how to generate buyer and seller leads using social media, Facebook, and your CMR. Hosts today will be Katheryn and Danica Payton. And you guys take it away.
Well, Kelvin, I haven't been able to find your Facebook yet, so I'm not able to start doing anything live yet on my end.
Just type in Kelvin Expert Advisor.
Okay, so I've got, so leave out the Barrett, leave out your last name.
Yes, just Kelvin Expert Advisor.
Expert Advisor. Live, yay. Okay, now I just have to.
Just Kelvin Expert Advisor.
Expert Advisor. And I'm trying to see how to do a watch party from this page.
No
and
problem.
Danica, if you can help me, that would be great.
Just go to share.
Got it. Okay, now I just
have to. Okay, here, all that background chatter. Go, guys.
And I'm trying to see how to do a watch party from this page. Okay, I've got my sound off now.
Okay.
Sorry, that took me a minute. We usually do this from Danica's page, so it's always a little fun when you're doing things live and you got to figure it out.
That's right. They said when you're going to fall forward. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely. So we are here again this week, Thursday at 4 Q&A. We like to bring in experts on things and talk to them about what they're doing that's working. We have an EXP Realty group, and I usually call it a team. And I have to be careful about calling it a team because some people misconstrue that and think that we're sharing our commissions and that we've got some sort of agreement that we have to do things only with each other. And that's not how it works at all. In fact, the thing that we call a team, which is really a tribe, it's a group of agents who've all been with EXP fairly recently, other than our sort of fearless leader, Amanda Williams, the traveling realtor. Most of us have come on to EXP, you know, just within the last few months or 6 months or less than a year. And because a lot of us are either in North Carolina or Los Angeles area, Southern California, we started doing a bunch of group things together. And while we can't do those in person right now, we're doing a lot of things online, and we have special training that we do. And we have, you know, different sort of meetups and events that we're doing, and we connect with each other. For instance, some of us connect every single morning at 8 o'clock and have a little accountability call and say what we're going to do for the day. And it just keeps us performing at a good level and honest, and, you know, and not just getting stuck in a rut. So we help each other out. We like to collaborate about things, give each other ideas. And we came up with this idea for the Q&A. It was Danica's idea. And so we started interviewing different people. And today I am so excited because within our tribe, we have an expert in something that's KV Core, which is our CRM system. And because Kelvin is actually teaching us a lot about KV Core, he is a great person for us to be able to interview. So I am so happy that he said yes and made time for us today. And so I just want to point out and get a chance for him to answer some questions. So my first question from our expert Kelvin is, why did you decide on a career in real estate? What attracted you to the profession of real estate?
Oh, that's a unique question. So first of all, for those of you that don't know me, I'm a broker and I've been in the business for over 20 years now, 16 years as a real estate broker. And what I learned back in 2008, I think it was about 2008, during the big crash, the bubble, the burst, that being a broker is not all it was bounded up to be, especially an independent broker. So I quickly realized that I need to change some things around, and I decided to link myself up to become a broker associate with Keller Williams Real Estate, the big red. Been with them, and in fact, I'm retired with Keller Williams, and I love the company. They trained me well. It was great. I learned more about real estate than the company. It was just excellent. But I retired in that time, and I stopped doing real estate, and I was actually started preaching. And I've been preaching now for almost 8 years. And so I was called myself retired. And I just came out of retirement because I heard about this company called EXP Realty. And I'll tell you, listen, I looked at the plan, what it was doing, the compensation, the opportunity was what it was for an individual agent to have the ability to make revenue as a broker, but without the responsibility. I decided to come out of retirement. I decided to listen. I need to go back at this one more time. So I asked my wife's permission, as a very smart man should do. And she said, "Oh, go ahead and do it, baby." She called me baby now. I'm Kelvin, but I'm baby at home.
That is a very wise man there.
Yes,
Let the wife decide.
Let the wife decide. But what made me get into real estate was this here. I was a computer technician, and I was very well. I love what I was doing, but I found I hit a ceiling. I could not make enough money to earn what I wanted to earn. So I looked at real estate because a cousin was doing real estate, very successful in Los Angeles, and he said, "Cousin, you should come down and take a look at this real estate thing because I am doing well in real estate." And I was in late 1999 and 2000. I came out here, moved to Southern California, and I started doing real estate. And in my first year of real estate, because I was doing network marketing, I was ready for this game.
Oh,
And I
wow.
stepped in the game. And in the first year, I became #1 sales agent in the office. Sold more houses than everybody in the office my first year of real estate. I love real estate because it does not have a ceiling on the amount of income I could make to take care of me and my family.
Wow, that's great. So you were at Keller and that was working for you, but then you actually became a broker at some point. So at that point, you weren't with Keller anymore. You opened your own brokerage.
Actually, I was with my own brokerage when the crash happened, and they ran us out of business.
Oh my
And so
God.
I said, well, let me align myself with Keller Williams because I was able to build a team and still have the benefits of a broker, but without the responsibility, and allow me to stay in business.
I see.
And I stayed with Keller Williams for 2012. I think it was 2012, 13. I stopped doing real estate. And so I became what we call retired. In fact, I still get a check. It's a small check. It was bigger, but I still get a check for the rest of my life because I'm retired, vested with Keller Williams.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yes.
So, some brokers might think that if they're going to join someone else's brokerage, join something like EXP or in your, as you did with Keller Williams, that they're taking a step down. They've already kind of paid their dues and gone through the extra education to be able to have their own brokerage. And you already had your own brokerage. So what made you decide that going under EXP and actually coming out of retirement to go to EXP, why was that not a step down? What made you decide to do that?
That's an excellent question. I really, for me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know why you do real estate, but it's about the money. I'm just going to be honest. It was about the money. Now, when I say that, is that I sell real estate. I'm a great, when I say great, but I'm fairly competent in the area of marketing and generating leads. And I saw EXP as an opportunity, a bridge that will allow me to operate in the capacity of a broker without the responsibility, as Keller Williams did. But the way they paid me was different out. So I'm on a commission split, but it's relatively small compared to other companies I was with. In fact, it's half the amount that I was paying to other companies. But I still have the opportunity to brand myself because I am Kelvin Verrett Real Estate empowered are brokered by EXP. So it's about my brand. So I didn't lose any identity. And then I also have the opportunity to build my influence to other realtors that I know to help them be successful in real estate. And because of that, the company treats me like a broker and give me what we call revenue share. And that's my 401k. That's my retirement plan. And that's why I came out of real estate, because I found out that I can leave this compensation plan for my children. So when I pass on, I will leave a legacy for my children to carry on the real estate business, and they will still receive the financial benefits of what their father created. I have stock in the company. In fact, I got $1,500 worth of stock this month. And so listen, so stock went up. I'm like, hey, I'm a shareholder. I got stock. And then I was able to not only do that, but I was able to continue doing something I love, because I'm passionate about real estate. But EXP was not a step back, it's a step forward. And I'd say for any broker that's out there, you have to swallow your pride, because it's not about you, it's about your family. It's about your legacy that you want to leave. And when you start real estate today, ask yourself this question: will you still be able to attain financial resources when you stop working and selling to real estate and writing contracts? If that answer is no, then you really should stop and take a look at EXP Realty.
Yeah. I love, and you've said this a few times to me, real estate brokers don't have 401ks. And a lot of us are grabbing that money, and spending it. And then what do we do later on in the, in our later years? I really love what you said about how you can help other agents, other brokers, and how you're actually leaving a legacy for your family. What other way with real estate could you do that? That's amazing.
Yeah. And you know what I found out, Katheryn? No other company I've ever been involved with where I was able to see other agents so eager to help other agents succeed. This is the only company model that even with Keller Williams, we had the team concept, but it was when I stopped to help Katheryn, I was taking from Kelvin, so I wasn't willing to stop to help you. But now helping you actually indirectly helps me. So I want you to be successful, because if you're successful, it makes me successful. So you see agents at EXP just helping everybody. I mean, when we say team concept, world cappers, we are independent brokers and agents eager to help people that surround us. And I love the environment, the tribe environment that we have, and I haven't been exposed to so much training in my life. In fact, it's running out my ears, man. I'm like,
yes, it can be overwhelming. You have to pick and choose which training you're going to do, because there's plenty of training to choose from, whether that's in the EXP world, or whether it's within our World Cappers group, or whether it's with your board, or the National Association of Realtors. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to get training. Now, you and I actually used to do a few open houses back in the fall and winter before this whole pandemic hit. And we were going out to the Valley in West LA and holding open houses and, hoping to get people that we could sell property to, buyer leads and find deals for them. Now that we've all been sort of on this lockdown, how are you generating leads?
That's a good question. At this company, guys, I don't mean to be boasting about EXP, but I have to. It's just such a good company. We have this little thing that we call KV Core. And it's just a little thing. It's a CRM, and that's the client management system they have. But KV Core is more than just that. It's connected with the internet. It has IDX search. It has artificial intelligence that actually help you do all the heavy lifting with the people that you already know. In fact, I had this month, I had 3 buyers jump out my database onto my desk and say, can you help me buy a house? And I wrote contracts for them. Now, I didn't do it. The computer was talking to them and asking them questions, and they were answering the questions. And then they raised their hand and says, you need to call this guy. You need to call this guy. And I was able to help them find a home and write a contract. That's what the KV Core system that we get from EXP for free.
Wait, are you saying that the deals, I know you have some deals under contract right now. Are you saying those came not from touching people, not from your own sphere? They came actually from your CRM system?
They came from what we call drip systems.
Scripts.
And KV Core come pre-built with templates that actually communicates with your buyers, your potential buyers, your potential sellers and homeowners in such a way that it has behavioral intuitiveness where it watches the behavior of the people you're communicating with and it adjusts the programming to fit their particular criteria to help move them to a decision to want to ask for your help.
That's great. That's great.
I love it.
Hey, one of the terms that I've heard thrown around, and I haven't actually used this yet, so let me ask you about a squeeze page. Have you used a squeeze page, and what is it?
Yeah. I love squeeze pages. Let me tell you why. Look. And if you don't have this ability, you need to get KV Core. And guess what? You don't have to be with EXP to have it. You can buy it yourself. It'll cost you $1,000 and maybe $600 a month to get the features that I have. But if EXP, you get it for free. So just go to your broker and say, when you gonna give me KV Core? And they say, we don't know. Then say, well, maybe I'm with the wrong company. But let me get back to the squeeze page. I'm just messing with everybody out there. I love to have fun because listen, if you're not having fun and you're not smiling, then you're in the wrong company. But the squeeze page, people love to see pictures of homes. So your squeeze page is you go in your morning, every morning, we call this shaking the trees on social media. You get in your KV Core, you pull up a geographical area map search or a zip code, and you select a few houses out of it, multiple houses. Then you put the parameters in, you go over and you say, generate a link for me. You get this wonderful little link, and you take this link and you post it inside your Facebook. This is free, guys. This will get you a deal, at least 2 deals this year if you do it every day. And then you post it to Facebook, and then it creates a picture with a call to action. Says, click here to find more about this property. And when they click the link, it sends them to your website. This is the IDX website that we have that's free. It's connected to my KV Core. They look at the home and they start looking at another home, and the pictures are really good pictures. So people like, listen, if you don't have a lot of pictures on your website, you got the wrong website. So we have tons of pictures. And after a few clicks, the computer says, oh, if you want to know more about this house, you must give me your name, your phone number, and your email address. That's called lead capture. Then they give me the information, they create their account, and they start looking for homes. I wish I could show you guys my screen. I have at least 10 to 15 people a day going to my website, searching for homes and giving the information.
Oh my God.
You say, well, how they get there, Kelvin? I drive them to my website. You see, you can have the best website. If nobody knows where it's at, you can't get no leads because your leads come through your website. So what do you have in position that's having people go to your website? And this is what I will tell you. This is going to cost us for free, you guys. You need a compelling offer, okay? So coupled with a solution to a problem that your potential audience are dealing with. Say that one more time. If a buyer is concerned that they can't find a home, or the price, the homes they're looking at is not good enough, or the COVID virus is causing people to not want to see homes, then what can you do to solve that problem? Get in your back room, figure out what that solution is. Then you go online and you talk about it, and you make an offer, and then you deliver on that offer. And when your offer is good enough, it's compelling, people will go to your website, they'll click on your link, they will instant message you. And by the way, this is free one here for everybody here. If you're not using instant messenger to attract clients, you're missing the boat. Because
What do you mean? What do you mean instant messenger? What do you,
when I do an ad on Facebook Messenger,
okay,
I say, well, message me. And people will message you before they call you. They will message you before they text you. And guess what happens? If you have your stuff set up right, they'll text you or call you, and then you get a chance to retarget them through your ads.
Wow.
And it's free. So then you have two-way conversations, and your conversations lead to phone numbers and text messages and showings.
Right.
So listen, in this new norm, guys, you have to develop your Facebook footprint and profile. You must know a few basic strategies to build your reach and your influence and your brand amongst people that don't know you. And what was helping me today is that am able to attract people to me that I never knew. And I'll give you a case in point. I have, in the last 20 days, I've attracted over 213 buyers.
Wow. Wow.
Now, if you want to know how, give me a text message. Call, say, Kelvin, what you doing? And I'll let you know how to get it done. But you got to text me, instant message me. I'll answer you back.
Well, you know, it's really interesting what you say about instant messaging, because as our way of communicating as a society evolves, right? There was a time when you had to be in person or write a letter to someone, and then we made phone calls to people, and you know, and then it got to be like emails, and then text messages, and now we've got Messenger. And so when someone just shows up at your house, for instance, especially now with COVID, you're not going to let them in the door. You're like, what are you doing here?
Yes.
You know, it's invasive. And even a phone call has gotten to the point where it's a bit invasive. A lot of people are going to be like, you don't know me. You didn't text me first. Like, how do you know I'm not busy? Why are you just calling me out of the blue? But so I just hearing what you're saying, like for the first time, I'm starting to understand sort of this evolution of what it takes to get to warm that person up. You know, I feel safe giving you an instant message. You don't know me. You don't have my phone number. You can't stalk me. I can cut this off. I'm in control. So that opens the door for people to start that relationship and feel safe with you.
That's right. Because they're very comfortable on Facebook in their platform. So I can converse back and forth with you every day. And now Facebook is so sophisticated, you can push a button and start a phone call right from the instant messenger. Or you can push a button, have a video call right through instant messenger. Once you reach that area of comfortability, then you advance the way of talking. Because if I have what you want, then you'll be willing to give me your information to get what it is that you're asking for.
Right, right.
Now, what is your offer? And then this is what I would say to everybody. You must continually work on your offer and adjust it. If your offer is not working, you're not getting enough response, then work on the offer. Because in marketing, it's always known that you're always working on the offer. And your offer stop producing, then modify, change a word, change a phrase, change the colors. You notice my blue background here. My background was a different color, but I found out that blue is a very powerful background when you're doing video and marketing. So I want blue because it give me authority, give me people, get relaxed, and they willing to, I'm trustworthy with blue. Look at the politicians. They often have blue on because they're trying to get to your mind and they want you to open up and be relaxed and get it in there. It's not that I'm telling something bad, but I want to be able to break down anything that will put resistance up that will cause you to step back and not want to communicate with you.
Right, right. Now that's really interesting. Where do you see real estate brokerages and transactions going to in the future? How is it going to evolve?
Very good. Well, I can say this here. What the COVID virus has done is taught real estate as a whole a huge lesson. The future has been thrust upon us faster than any of us have ever thought. When you see brokerage that agents, they cannot come to their office, they cannot open the doors, they cannot have clients come in and have these big superstructures of 15, 20, 30,000 square foot offices that they cannot, and they're paying rent. Right now, they're struggling. It's hard for them. And my heart goes out because I don't want to see anybody struggle because there's enough business in real estate for all of us. So I don't want to see my fellow agents struggling or having trouble. What I want to do is see us all win. And I love the fact that our forerunner, Glenn, he had the foresight about this cloud-based community. And put it this way here, the average home buyer is 30 to 45 years old. Most of our home buyers, and where are they at? They're on the internet. So what Glenn did, and when he started real estate, he did over $60 million in sales through the internet. We never actually physically seen the value. So he had an insight there that most brokerage right now are struggling to catch up with. And sure, they have a Facebook page, they have a website, but they don't really have the things in place. Like when this lockdown happened, it did not affect our business. In fact, our business went up. We did see some type of shifting, but those agents that were produced even at a higher level. In fact, guys, we're in a crisis right now, right? But do you know in the Chinese language, there's no such word as crisis? Crisis means opportunity. So this is your opportunity to align yourself with the right brokerage, with the right team, right associates that's around you to help you be better. So I've been trained in the last 4 months more than I've been trained in probably 4 years. So Katheryn, back to you.
Well, that was one of my questions too, is what have you done to adapt to working virtually, and how are you actually, I know you have a few deals in escrow right now. So how are you showing homes? How are you, how do you move forward when so many things are not allowed?
Well, what I do is I find out what is allowed and I maximize on that. So I don't look for the weakness, I look for the strength and what I can do, what they have. So I do as much as I could with my clients virtually. In fact, I just jumped off a call with a client that I met through shaking the trees. I was shaking the trees on Monday, and somebody popped out and says, "Hey, what about this house over here?" And I said I was available. I sent the text message out to everybody in the database and says, "Hey, I'm available to show homes on Tuesday and on Wednesday." And they said, "Well, can I see this house over here?"
Wow.
That KV Core is let me get back to KV Core. We have text messaging, we have ringless voicemail, we have video chat right inside the platform. And guess how much it costs you? Free.
Wait a minute. So with EXP, that's free. But so people, if you're not with EXP and you just want to have KV Core and you're at a different brokerage and you're very, very happy there, you would pay, you said $500 or $600?
About $600 a month with $1,000 startup fee. You can have your own KV Core.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And if you're with another brokerage, you might be paying $1,600 a year E&O. You might be paying $33,000 a year in cap. Our E&O is $40 per transaction and a $16,000 a year cap.
Yeah.
All right.
The E&O is definitely something I remember, from years before, paying a big amount of money I did it annually, and every year writing this big check for the E&O. So when I heard what it was with EXP, I was like, that's a deal.
Look, and they give us stock. I'm like, oh, that's a win-win. You tell me you're going to give me stock for selling the house? Okay, I got to sell more houses. Who benefit? I do. My family do. And I'm not going to spend none of my stock. I'm going to leave my stock for my children, my grandchildren. In fact, I was thinking about it the other day. I'm going to leave them stock portfolios. All my grandkids going to have stock portfolios. When they turn 18 or 25, whenever I release it to them, they're going to be able to go out and buy a house because of what grandpa did. That's
amazing. What a beautiful gift. What a beautiful thing to do for your family and the next generation. And I've met your son. At least I met one person in your family. I met your wife. Lovely family. So what a great thing to do. Let me ask you also about, you have become sort of our guide sort of locally as to how to use KV Core, and you've had a few Zoom calls and showing us some of the ropes. But were you good at this before? Did you learn this back at Keller Williams? Like, how did you get up to being our expert?
Well, first of all, I thank you guys for the title expert, but I'm not. But I do pay attention to detail, and I'm a stickler for checking things out and finding out how it works and maximize on it. Because one of the things I want to do is leverage. I don't want to spend time doing something with my muscles that I can do with technology. So I thought it was very important for me to learn the concept of how KV Core worked and start putting these small things in action. And it wasn't as hard as some people think it is, but it does require you to have some time and some dedication to get it done.
Yeah. So you delved in and you dove in to KV Core with online training and the modules that exist there. Was that all within the last few months? I mean, you haven't been an EXP agent for that long, have you?
No, I've been, actually, I tell everybody I really started in December.
Okay.
But I signed up in November. I signed up in August, but I actually started in December. So 6 months.
Wow. So
on paper, 9 months,
but you've got deals in escrow. So that means
I got deals in escrow. I got a bunch of deals in process that haven't pulled the trigger yet, but they will be. This is going to be a great year. I think that this year here is going to overshadow Well, I haven't been in real estate, so I can't say my last year, but it's going to be a great year.
That's amazing though, because a lot of people in the first year, I know, someone else in our tribe said she was told right off the first year, just go ahead and just give it up because you're not going to have any deals. Like, don't even put that pressure on yourself because you've got to learn so much. And it's just such an uphill battle to adjust, drinking from a fire hose, as they say, and learn how to be a realtor. And yet, I mean, you had the experience already from being a broker, but you were able to get up to speed in Katy Court. And after years of being out of real estate, create enough momentum that you're actually closing deals, multiple deals this year in the time of COVID, in a time when a lot of people are, quieting down and waiting for the worst to pass us.
And I'll say this to you, Katheryn, just to tell you what you said. That means that agent was speaking to the wrong person, first of all. The glass is half empty or half full. It's your perception, you see, will become your reality. You can't let somebody else's dirty feet walk through your mind.
Wow.
They're hanging out with the wrong people. So that means that I need to change who I'm speaking with. Because you asked me about it.
Yeah.
Oh, we can get this done. Okay, what's happening? We can't show house like this here. Well, let's figure out what we can do. Put the mask on, put the gloves on, put the booties on. And if you speak to your clients about all the things you can't do, then you won't have any clients because I'm going to get your client and I'm going to take them out and show some houses. But they talk to me. I say, oh, yeah, we can get it done. Let's do it this way here. And we'll come up with ingenious ways on how to get it done. If I have to go through the house with a cell phone and show the houses to them by myself, we're going to see some houses. And then we can write the house contingent on the inspection. Oh, we can write contracts. We got to just be able to be creative. Yeah. Don't look at the limitations, look at the possibilities.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, let me ask you just one last question. I want to wrap it up. What would you tell someone who is a rookie realtor in their first year? What advice would you give them, or what do you wish someone had told you the first year?
I'll tell them this here, that most real estate is sold by 5% of the agents. They're called top producers. 95% of the agents sell only 5% of the real estate in the country. True statistics. So who are you? Are you a 1%er? Are you the general population? And I will say this to you, choose your tribe wisely. Don't just choose a company because your friend work at the company. Choose the company because it can support you best as a real estate agent, because an agent is only as good as his tools and his support system. One thing I can say, and I'm biased about EXP, I really am, but EXP has given me so much that to succeed with in my arsenal of tools and training and being around mega producing agents. I can go in a room and be talking to agents that selling 500 houses a year, sit next to me in the class, and we talking, and he's telling me about the tips that he's doing. I'm not a threat to him. He wants me to succeed because when I succeed, his stock goes up. You know, they say the stock was trading at $9 an hour, then it hit $17 the other day. I mean, the better I do, the better he do. This is a win-win for everyone. Listen, stack up your information against any company out there and lay them on the side of this company here and really evaluate where you want to spend your time and invest your energy, and you see which one would actually take care of you and your family better. I will say to them, choose your company wisely, filter what you listen to and what you watch, and get your mind right, and you will succeed in this business.
Wow, that is really beautiful. You can tell that you're ministering to me and all of us right now and speaking to you like I feel lighter and happier. So thank you for lighting up our tribe. Thank you for being here today and explaining about the power of KV Core and how to make the internet work for you. I think this has been really, really awesome. And I do want to wrap it up. I know we've gone about 45 minutes and I want to kind of close things off. But before I do, I also want to announce we used Kelvin's Facebook today because Danica was having some trouble getting her live to work. But a lot of us that are in this tribe, we try to have watch parties. So we have Nadia Garcia, who was on last week, and Azumi Tanaka, and we have Michelle Christensen, and we have Danica, of course. We have Amanda Williams, the traveling realtor, myself, Kelvin Barrett. All of us are kind of out there in the social media, and we're trying to do the watch parties and support this concept of providing some content and some information to people. And on that note, I just want to announce next week, we're going to have Seth, he's Mr. ADU. So we're going to have him speaking and talking about ADUs, and I'll get a chance to ask him all kinds of questions about what the new laws are as of 2020, and what you can do with a single family house, how you can create another unit to build income with a single family that's in a residential zone. So I'm really looking forward to that too. And we're going to keep trying to find new content and new people to interview like Kelvin, who can bring all of this great information and inspire us and motivate us to be better people and move forward with the good things that are going on in 2020 and how this is working for us and working for our tribe. So just in closing, does anyone else want to say anything? Danica, do you want to chime on? Kelvin, do you want to offer any last pieces of advice?
Yes.
I just want to thank you, Kelvin, for, everything that you do and being able to educate so many people. And I really just appreciate you and appreciate you helping us out in the technical issues we were having.
Okay, excellent. Listen, guys, if you help enough, as my coach, Mr. Daniel Penley would say, you help enough people get what you want, and he quotes Zig Ziglar, you can get what you want. Help them get what they want, then you'll get what you want. I can't do it like Daniel. Daniel does it the best. But I just want to say, man, it is a pleasure, and I thank you, Katheryn and Danica, for putting me on today to just share. And if I just did one thing, is to give you hope for your tomorrows, then let that be what you take away from this here talk we had today. And I really want every agent that's in the earshot of this here is to really evaluate your real estate career honestly. And if you are not in the right place, then I think you need to make a hard decision to align yourself with the right tribe so that you can succeed and your tomorrow will be better than your today. Because if you keep doing the same thing that you've been doing, you're going to receive the same results you've been getting. Sometimes we got to make the change. And the buzzword for this season is called pivot. Everybody's pivoting. Well, this may be your year of pivot. This may be the opportunity for you to make something different. And whether you're a broker, an agent, or newly getting into the business, find people that are doing what you want to do. Find people that you can set as a role model before you and do what they do. Don't invent the wheel. Don't try to figure it out. Just do what they do. And at that point, you're succeeding like they're succeeding. And that's what I did the first year in real estate. I looked at the agent that was producing in the office. I put a bullseye on the back, and I'd sit down and ask them a question and say, well, what do you do? How do you do this? They tell me about the things they're doing and the people and how they do this, do that. And every day I will go there to continue to ask them questions. They will continue giving information. And I'll go back and do what they said. And do you know what happened? I started being successful. I started doing deals and I started writing contracts and looked around. The 12 months, I was the #1 sales agent in the office, not because I invented something new. It was just because I did what the leaders are doing. So right now, guys, if you're in the real estate world, the leaders right now, the mega producing agents are joining EXP. Hear this out. This company is loaded from the top down with high producing agents. We're #1 across the board in many different categories. We've broken 30,000 agents in our group, and we will be at 60,000 agents by the end of this year from what we're projecting. Not because we're doing something different, but we're doing things excellent. We have the best tools, the best training, the best environment, and we're voted #1 in the favorite place to work as a realtor in the country for another year. I love this company.
It's great. It's great. Thank you again, Kelvin. I want to make one more announcement. I just remembered I want to let everyone know that if you're interested in learning about EXP, you can join tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific time. We have Amanda Williams doing her weekly overview of EXP and answering questions live via Zoom. We're going to be putting links on our Facebook watch parties. So if you're interested in learning more, sign up for that and tune in tomorrow to hear about that. So
can I plug my information?
Yes, please.
Okay. So if you want to reach out to me and ask any questions of me, you can call me. It's my number, 818-857-8821. Instant message to me, Facebook message to me, or go to my website. And I really appreciate you guys. And they can do to help you win. Let's win together.
Thank you, Kelvin. Thank you, Danica. Sign off now.
See you guys later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Win-win. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.